Hollywood fans, you might recognize him for Descendants 3, but you definitely know his moves from Step Up, Hairspray, and of course Aladdin. Now I'm with Mr. Jamal Sims right now, and how excited are you to be performing for the Aladdin celebration today at D23?
It's an honor. You know, it's crazy because I was thinking about it today. Today was the first run through, so we had like a run through, and I was looking at all the people that were involved in this film, and like I'm in the presence of like royalty. I mean, honestly, we have, you know, Regina Bell. I mean, just everybody that was Alan Menken, Will Smith, just in the presence of greatness. And it's really cool to surround myself with that, because that's what I look for daily, is like surrounding myself with great people that I can inspire, they can inspire me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's really cool and an honor.
Now, what was the most challenging thing for you for Aladdin? Because there's a lot of parts, and this obviously is a remaking but live action form of it.
Yeah, the biggest challenge while choreographing the movie would have to be the Prince Ali parade. So yeah,
over, I think, what, 1,000 people?
Yes, and there was a lot of moving parts, and you know we had 8 horses and camels and live, you know, just live animals mixed with dancers is already a disaster. You know, so there's so many things that could have gone wrong, but yeah, we did the proper planning, and you know, we were prepared, and kind of came out kind of cool.
Now, you talked about working with greatness. Obviously, you had to work a lot with Will Smith during this movie for his genie role, and definitely for Prince Ali. What was that like for you? I'm sure you watched Fresh Prince growing up.
No, what people don't know is I was an extra on Boom Boom Shake Shake the Room music video, and that was my first background job ever, right? And so I was like, I'm gonna tell Will one day that I was his, you know, I was his background, just in the audience. I was going, I was doing this. Next thing so we were on set, and I was like, I'm gonna tell him now. And I was like, you know, Will, so I was a extra on one of your. He's like, man, look how full circle this is. You know what I mean? And now we're doing probably the biggest movie we'll ever do, you know? And it's funny how the universe works if you continue to persevere, you know what I mean? And keep pushing, and strive for excellence. And I think that's kind of like a big moment for me. Yeah.
I think the best part about this industry, when you are an actor or a dancer, is the determination of just hearing the no, but still like, I'm going to get a yes at the end of the day.
1,000 no's, all you need is one yes, you know, and that's really what it is. Yeah.
Now, Descendants 3 is still #1 right now.
Yeah.
And how does that feel for you? I really want to know, because you played one of the most iconic characters.
Yeah.
Dr. Facilier, his voodoo is amazing. We all love Princess and the Frog. Now, were you always going to play him, or how did that happen?
No, I wasn't going to play him, and we got into rehearsals, and I'm working with Kenny Ortega, the amazing Kenny Ortega, I have to say, a true inspiration and a mentor for me. He and was the reason why I did the movie, was because I always wanted to work with him. So we were in rehearsal one day, and he looked at me and he was like, "You're Facilier. You have what I'm looking for." And I was like, "Really?" And I kind of just played it off and kept on dancing, And he was like, "No, I'm serious. You're doing this." And I was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's go." You know, I love to be challenged. I love to do things outside the box that aren't necessarily in my wheelhouse. So it was a nice time to do that, you know, and an honor, actually.
And doing Nightfalls, I feel like it's a different side of the realm for you, because Nightfalls was a lot of stage combat work of swordplay.
Sure.
How did that work choreography wise?
Yeah, we worked with the amazing stunt crew that we had, right? So they were teaching the actual technique of the sword fighting, and then once we found the technique, and then we started to choreograph the dance inside. So we started there first, and they had to train not only the swords, but the dancers had to train in these heavy 30-pound metal suits.
They were okay. Yeah. I was wondering, were they actually metal? I thought maybe it was plaster or something.
So not to give it away, but you know, my girl Kara-san, who is a costume designer and amazing. She's so dancer friendly. She knows what dancers can move in. So she pulled the pieces that she felt would, you know, not work, and then she, so she kind of mixed and matched a little bit of the metals. Yeah, it's nice.
And just any new projects you can tell us about that you're working on that they can look forward to catching your work in?
You know what? I want to say absolutely yes, but I did shoot this show with RuPaul, who is a great friend of mine. It's called AJ and the Queen, and it's coming out on Netflix this fall. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait because he's such a joy and he's such a great person. And so that's coming out. And I have another project, but I can't mention it right now, but it's going to be dope.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. You're going to check this man out doing AJ and the Queen, but you have to end in your line, right? You have to say it.
Make sure you get your cut. Make sure you get your cut.